Good evening, everybody. What's going on? Ms. Roy, thank you so much for the Ms. Raid. Good evening to you and Princess Balance. Good evening, Satellite Sun. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing fine. I worked today, and oh boy, are my arms tired. It wasn't meant to be a joke. It's just actual fact. I was breaking down pallets like a champ today. I was hauling taters and gourds and bagged salads and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot to do. And I'm working again tomorrow, and I'm working again on Wednesday. I'm working again on Friday. We need to talk about that, actually. I haven't updated all my stuff to reflect this yet, and I need to. And I'm going to remind y'all periodically throughout the night, and the bot is going to remind y'all periodically throughout the night. But this week, I will not be streaming on Friday and Saturday. Okay? Friday night, I am working late. I will actually be working during normal streaming time. I think I'm gonna be at the store when it closes on Friday, which will be a new experience for me. And then Saturday, I'm not working on Saturday, but I am working on Sunday, and I'm working at 6 a.m. again. Which means my ass needs to be in bed early on Saturday. So I can get up on, like, in the middle of the night, Sunday morning, to go to work. So, I apologize, chat, but as needs must, I'm sure you understand. I gotta make that paper. So, yeah. The plan for this week is, other than missing streams, not really change anything. 3 Sundays this week. I know, it's crazy. Right now, because I still don't know if this is, I still don't have, like, I don't have a permanent schedule, and I don't know that I'm going to. The store, they set their schedule like 3 weeks at a time, and I'm kind of in the middle of a already set. So, from this Sunday, that'll be a new 3-week cycle, and I should have a new complete schedule, and I should have a better idea of what it's gonna look like, if it is gonna be regular. So I'm not gonna make any full-scale schedule adjustments yet. I'm just gonna, we're not gonna stream Friday, so there's no variety night this week, and I'm not gonna stream Saturday, so that's one night of the power hours down. So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, well, we really should be finishing this tonight. I'm fairly confident I can finish Dragon Quest tonight. I don't think there's a whole lot else to do other than go to the nasty-ass castle and fight the nasty-ass dude. Tomorrow and Wednesday, we'll see. I think I know what I want to do, and it is not what you are expecting. I considered putting it, oh my god, it's Endy! Recently took a poll and found out 100% of the occupants were angry with me when the tank collapsed. That's good. I like that. I like that one. That's clever. I considered putting it to vote. I considered asking y'all what you wanted to do. I am just gonna let my whims carry me on this one. So, yeah, assuming we finish Dragon Quest tonight, come back tomorrow, see what I have in store for you. It probably won't be what you're expecting. We'll do that Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, we will start the next issue of Nintendo. Hildy, hi! It's so good to see you. I hope you've been good. I hope everything's been well. I hope you've been weathering whatever storms. I've been weathering actual storms here in LA. Hi, Manic. Manic, you know me so well. Consider asking y'all what I want to do, but before I remember, I don't care what you want. Lol. I think that I have a wild notion. I have a notion to do something that we've talked about before, and I know at least some people are pretty excited for. And I haven't really felt like doing this up until now, so I'm kind of like, I kind of want to ride the lightning here, for at least as long as it continues to appeal. So it's also gonna be democratic. So don't worry too much. If it's not what you expected, if it's not what you really wanted, I'll let y'all vote it out. But it's something that I really feel like doing right now, either on stream or on my own. So I always want to make sure y'all are aware of that when it comes to democratic playthroughs. If I do go with the thing that I am intending to go with tomorrow, it is something that I really want to play, but it does not matter to me if it's on stream or if it's on my own. Okay? So that should not affect your vote at all. The only thing that you should be voting on is, do I want to see more of this or not? So keep that in mind. Hold it close. Buttress your feelings, chat. As always, buttress them well. I'll do it my way first, and that's where we'll end it too. But okay, mental storms. Happy to be healthy enough to return to life. That's good. That's good. I know you were sick for a while, so I'm glad to hear you're doing better. How's work been? I actually really like it. I have actually been enjoying it quite a bit. It's tough. I am real sore after today, because I was breaking down pallets of produce all day. But it's very satisfying, honestly, in a way that my old job wasn't. So it appeals to me on some primal levels, I think. Rough on your body, really enjoy it. It is, yeah, it is. And I've enjoyed talking to customers a lot more than I thought I would. I know this isn't gonna make a lick of sense, saying this in the context of a stream on a channel that I've been doing for over 6 years. I'm an introvert. I am awkward around people that I don't know. I am not super outgoing and forthcoming. And yet, in the right contexts, I am a very friendly person. Apparently, service is one of those. I really enjoy talking to people who come in. So, and I didn't think I would, and I was honestly really nervous about that. And it turns out it's one of the highlights of the job, so cool. I'm happy about that. I never really expected it, but I think this job has actually been very constructive for me. I think it's been good for me in some unexpected ways, so definitely looking on the bright side here. Trained you how to take abuse. Good evening, Eva. And you did it well. You did it well. Good evening, Justin Brett. Good to see you. Introvert, I like chatting with people in HR terms. Is not that unusual. Okay. Yeah, I never really thought about like introversion being so conditional, you know? I thought it was just a blanket thing. Like people are exhausting and I'm going to avoid social situations and that's it. That's just the way that I am. But no, it's not actually. It really depends on the context. Yeah, it's fun to chat with customers because there's nothing on the line. Yeah. Hildy, I totally agree. Everyone should work service once in their life. I feel like I'm kind of... I'm almost like living my life backwards here because I never had a service job before. You know, I went straight into the game industry and office work and stuff like that. So, and I see now that I kind of missed out. I missed out on some important character building for myself. I was relaxed because Service Hildy was on, so real Hildy could sleep. Learn so much about yourself. What's up, Bassy? Elden Ring tomorrow. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that, if I just came out hard with Elden Ring tomorrow? Could you imagine that? All this struggling and working to maintain my mental health, and I just dive straight into fucking Elden Ring tomorrow. Elden Ring is very similar to Dragon Quest. Real Hildy is borderline feral. What's up around the board? So yeah, things is okay. Other than being sore, I'm definitely sore. I realize on my days off, I'm gonna have to do some kind of exercise to keep myself limber, especially so I don't hurt myself. I'm of that age where I need to be very conscious of what I'm doing with my body, so I don't overextend or anything. Chaos! Thank you, God, Jesus, thank you for the 245 stream streak. Crazy. More dragons questing. But yeah, we're gonna get into it in a minute. I've basically already said the important things, but I'm gonna say them again because obviously people are straggling in late, and you know who you are. But yeah, because of work schedule this week, I will not be streaming on Friday or Saturday. I am working late on Friday. I'm actually working until 11 p.m. on Friday, which is gonna be an experience. And then Saturday, I'm not working on Saturday, but I am working on Sunday, and I'm starting at 6 a.m., which means I need to be in bed early Saturday night. So unfortunately, no stream then either. For the time being, I'm not making any wild adjustments to the schedule. We're losing Variety Night, we're losing one night of Power Hours. Tonight, obviously, Dragon Quest. I intend for this to be the end of Dragon Quest, unless I really fuck this up. And then tomorrow night, I am planning on starting something new. Something new, something big, democratic playthrough, and something that you are probably not expecting. But, you know, my mood can always change. I'm intending to strike while the iron is hot, but it can always cool over the next 24 hours. So. Subs Dem, good to see you. Literally one of the few stable things in my life, so thank you. I appreciate that, Chaos, and I guess now would be a good time to apologize for not streaming on Friday or Saturday. Now that you've just talked about how much you appreciate how stable it is. Oh, we're wedding the what night and the what hours of power? What? What? Oh, how do you spell mannequin? You got it right in the one before. Mannequin. I think. Bang. But yeah, one more time before we get started. I am not streaming. I'm not streaming on Friday or Saturday. I have to work. My work schedule is interfering with that. Expect more of that in the future, but again, I'm not making any permanent adjustments to my schedule just yet because I don't know. I don't really have a permanent schedule. I may going into next week, but we'll see. So for now, if there are nights that I can't stream, I'm just not going to stream on them, and I will keep the other nights as they are. And as much as I might want to if it was a thing that I did, but it isn't, I won't be making up any streams on Sunday because I imagine I'm going to need to rest and recuperate. Demi-permanent change will slow down in January. Yeah, there's that possibility still. Hey, in the holidays, you're working a store. I'll be impressed if you get more than 3 nights a week for the next few months. We'll see. We'll see. my store is actually hiring really aggressively. Like, wildly. Like, it's... I don't know. It seems like they might be hiring... Inclusive of my group, it seems like they might be hiring upwards of, like, 50 or 60 people all at once. Which, they need. I don't think it's just a seasonal thing. There's some stuff going on. So, but I don't want to talk too much about that. Yeah. It's an interesting place. There's a lot going on, so. But why should we talk about the real? Why should we talk about the terrestrial employment and earthly concerns? When would we be playing Dragon Quest? Let's play Dragon Quest, chat. Let's just play some damn Dragon Quest. How about that? How you like them apples? I hope you like them. Those are the only apples you get. Your tobacco pipe live is surprisingly difficult. What am I doing here? Here we go. Alright, chat. Alrighty then. Chat. So this is pretty momentous, actually. I was even talking to my wife about this before I started the stream tonight. I'm actually really excited because I have never beaten a Dragon Quest. Ever. None of them. I haven't played that many, to be fair. But I owned Dragon Quest 1 and 2 growing up. And I didn't beat either of them. So, this is kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Ah, Mr. Thou, you have returned. I'm delighted. When your level's risen, come back and see me. Well then, be off, Mr. Hero, thou, the thing, the guy. Okay, so, we are currently level 16, which I'm sure we got a ways to go, before we can stick it to King Dragon, or whatever the hell his name is. I'm currently equipped with the Flame Sword, the Armor of Roto, and the Iron Shield. There is one very conspicuous upgrade that I am missing that we may want to get, which is the Mirror Shield. Beating 2 Dragon Quest games, right? True, yes, I've beaten both of the Dragon Quest Builders games, and that's no small feat, if I may say so myself. They are games of significant scope. But mainline Dragon Quest, the main 11 Dragon Quests, I have beaten none of them. And only played well, 1 and 2 I played significantly before this. And then I've looked at some of the other ones on stream, so. What's up, PM Collector Boy? Mark, I thought you were streaming today. It suddenly hit me. I'm currently in Eastern Time Zone. While we're here, I need some rocks. I think I need to talk to that guy over there. So I've got the Rain Cloud Staff. But I need 2 more thingy things. And one of them is here. And then we're gonna go get the other one immediately thereafter. So. Bloop. Also, I need to get some more keys from that guy. What's your deal? I forgot. Pray for the hero, may the light be with you. Oh, this is like a free restoration or something. Very excited for you to get to the end of this game for reasons. Travel on such a difficult journey at a young age, at least I can just pray for your safety, I suppose so. There's much danger if you advance past this point. Your strength will be drained considerably if you have enough courage. Come on through. How much damage does this do? None. Oh, because I'm wearing the armor of Roto. Roto protects you from any kind of hurt floor, I guess, not just poison swamps. It's great that you've made it here. If you're a hero, then you can defeat the monsters you encounter inside the grave of Garai. Go to the town of Garai and push against a wall of darkness. By doing that, a path may open to the grave. I did that, though. For an underground chamber, I heard there was one summon. Yeah, me too, champ. Rainstone joined Rim, yeah, I know. I want that. Shadows basically implode when you booted this up. I had hoped so, but not so much. They were certainly excited. I know. Well, not their fault. All right. I need an underground chamber. Been there. Fair, I think this isn't their favorite Dragon Quest. And yeah, I mean, that's fair. Do you hear? No. Yeah, cool. Dragon Quest. Pay attention sometimes. Sometimes is all you need. The Dragon Springs with December. Okay, I don't need thoughts and prayers. I need stairs. People. Been playing Seance at Blake Manor. Nice. How is it? How do you like it? Okay, this is just your place. Name a couple of decks at one Worlds that are complete janked. Playing Whiskerwood. I downloaded the demo for Whiskerwood and then never played it. Thoughts and stares. Satisfactory and Timberborn had a very enjoyable baby. Nice. Hey, chat. Where's the damn thingy thing? I need to be searching? Is that what I'm doing wrong? Magic key is necessary to open this door. Yeah, I don't need tutorial messages. What's up, Tradon? Alright, well, you know what? We can do this at any point. It'll be fine. Okay. We need to make a bit of a haul. We need to head down, way down to the swampy area and get the thingy thing. Really enjoyed the Metroidvania called Cookie Cutter. Dev social media posts are starting to irritate you. They're trying to sever themselves from their publisher. All their posts are basically saying, don't buy here, don't buy there. Oodle-doo. Oodle-doo. Oh, Hilda, you start Crypt Master. Nice. We're gonna do Crypt Master on here at some point. I am well and truly committed to that. Alternate caliber decks throughout the entire history of Magic have had in common a lack of interactivity. What your opponent's doing? Who cares? Do your thing and win. When I played Legend of the Five Rings back in college, the deck that I took to the national championship was basically exactly that. It was a mobility deck that allowed me to just skip my opponent's defenses entirely until they were down to like a single province. Crypt Master is definitely on the list as well. Oh, enemies that don't die in a single hit. How about that? I should be paying attention. It wasn't even cavalry. Okay. This is gonna make sense to like exactly maybe 2 people in chat. When I played Legend of the Five Rings, I went to the national championship during, I want to say it was Diamond Edition, back in like 2003, and I was a Shadowlands player. I played the evil demon and Oni hordes. And I caught on to this strategy. There was a Diamond Edition Oni. It was like a flying critter thing, and it kind of sucked. It was weak and it was expensive, but it had one ability where you could tap it. Tapping in Legend of the Five Rings is called bowing. You could bow it, and it would let you move one of your Oni from anywhere to anywhere else. And the catch was that you could do this whenever you wanted. So what I would do, and it was such a dick thing. What I would do, so my deck was a whole bunch of those, and then like just the biggest, just big fucking fuck off Oni, just huge Chungus guys. I get out one of these flying things, and I get out one of my big nasty Oni, and I declare an attack with no attackers. And the way Legend of the Five Rings works is you have, I think, 4 provinces, and that's basically where you bring in resource cards. You fill your provinces from your deck, from your, oh god, it's been a really long time. I think your characters and your resource cards are in that, and you fill your provinces from there. And your provinces are basically like your weak points. If you want to win through conquest, you attack your opponent's provinces, and I think your stronghold card determined the defense level of your provinces, like how much damage had to be done to them during a single attack to destroy them, if I remember correctly. Dynasty and Fate? Okay, cool. Thank you. It's been a really long time. So yeah, I declare an attack with no attackers. And then they'd be like, okay, I defend this province. And then I would resolve an attack at a different province and bow my flying Oni and swoop the big fuck off Oni in there, and without any defenses, they'd just smash it. And I'd do that 3 times in a row, and when they were down, by the time they were down to their final province, I had outrun them on resources and characters, and I'd just barrel through them. I hope I went the right way. I don't even remember now. I know we're in the scary lands, but my equipment is good enough that I don't think it should matter. I see another bridge. I don't like missing these guys. Oh, okay. Found the creative record of Lodos Wars making a TTRPG called Sword World. Cool. World of Swords. I love when a bad card or class ends up the base of Kick-Ass Strategy. Yeah, it was pretty cool, actually. I think that year at Nationals, I had the only Oni mobility deck. I don't think anybody else was doing it. And it worked really, really well. I mean, obviously I didn't win. I went like 3-5 in the qualifier bracket. I had to go 6-2 to make semifinals. So, but I mean, for somebody who basically never played competitive before that year, I felt like it did really good. Also on the second day, one of my opponents who beat me was disqualified for cheating. So there's a possibility that I could have made semifinals if I hadn't been matched up with that asshole. Okay, I know it's around here somewhere. The inscription on my keycard is often the stoat. I love Slaughter with a good stoat. Oh man, I might have to do this the right way. What's the right way? Look up the answer on GameFAQs. No. I have to do two things. I need to get the princess, and I need to get an item from some guy who's in a really awkward place. Let me check the map again. Because honestly, I'd really just like to do this. Okay, supposedly... Hey, you have to go before me. It's supposed to be here. Or here? Oh, nope, it's supposed to be here. It was, okay, it was a half step, that's why. They made sure people wouldn't be able to just stumble across it by making it a half step. That's pretty funny, honestly. Crimson Desert looks so good. All that delay again. Most of it paid off. Doot. Mr. Thou, obtain the token of Roto. It's 4 steps below the battle. I'm so mad about that. It's a Dargan. Terrific move. Nice. I one-shot a Dargan. Hey! Mr. Thou rose level 17! Speed increased by 8, vitality by 4. Max HP increased by 8. I learned heal more! Oh, thank God. Leveling's boring, I care less about you, sorry. No, it's fine. It's fine. This is basically what I expected. I kind of expected Dragon Quest streams to essentially be just chatting streams. Just with something vaguely interesting going on in the background. middle healing potion spell achieved. Yeah, mostly chatting. So, I guess I'm just gonna I have 3-digit health, chat. Whoop, whoop. I'm gonna hang out here for a while. Because actually, if I get enough money, I can also go get the mirror shield, too. The mirror shield is crazy expensive, though. And I only have 3,000 some gold. But I also need to level up. So. By the way, what the hell are y'all talking about? I kind of lost the plot after I started talking about Legend of the Five Rings. I know y'all we're talking about like magic and stuff, but talking about card games. Okay, you're still talking about card games. That's good. What's up, Deep Thought? If anyone in chat wants to play an absolutely ridiculous 5-hour sci-fi mystery board game on Tabletop Simulator. Forbidden Solitaire. What's so forbidden about it? Is it lascivious? Is it solitaire after dark? Android board game kicks ass. Forbidden, I know, right? Forbidden Solitaire sounds like a euphemism. Good evening, Durple Ganger. Good to see you. Don't miss. Hit the thing. I have heal more, yay! What's the... Wait, is that it? There's like 6 utility spells and then 6 combat spells, right? I think that's it for utility. I think heal more is about as good as it gets. You did miss some quality L5R talk. I used to play L5R competitively in college, and I went to the national championships for Diamond Edition, and I was talking about that. Oh, this guy sucks. That's how Otis was a total troll as youth. I wasn't that bad. I mean, I was a Shadowlands player, so I guess some of that is a bit inherent. I don't know. It wasn't as bad as being like a Crane player. Or a Rattling player. Those are the 2 decks I always really hated playing against. Crane were so obnoxious. And then, if I remember correctly, it was a Rattling deck that won the national championship in Diamond Edition. Diamond was when Shadowlands had the cool champion in the base set. What was his name? Daigotsu? The Sephiroth-looking dude? He was pretty great. I like the idea of Legend of the Five Rings as a tabletop RPG. The lore is neat. I mean, it always was. Like, it was always a tabletop RPG alongside the card game, which was pretty cool. Crane Honor Victory, aka the Cowards win. It was particularly awful during Gold and Diamond editions because we had the 4 wins, and they used the one that just lets you arbitrarily bow like whoever you wanted. Was not always a TTRPG 2 years after the CCG release. Okay. I mean, well, it always was as long as I was familiar with it. Because I didn't start playing L5R until Gold Edition. So the tabletop game was already well established by then. At least the Silly Enlightenment decks had to work for it. I always really liked the concept. It's a shame it wasn't more practical. Who There was one clan that actually had a shot at it, and I don't remember who it was. Card games decide the TTRPG storyline, and I loved that. I loved that about it. Like, I remember being there at the Nationals, and the way that like the final match went down determined how the Diamond Edition storyline ended, which was really, really cool. Yeah, the monk faction. I don't remember who that was either. Like, I remember most of the factions. I remember Crane were like the honorable duelists. I remember the Phoenix were the magicians. I remember the Mantis were the pirates. I remember the Lion were the like honorable warriors. I remember the Scorpion were the backroom double dealers. I remember the Crab were the really like tanky defensive-minded people because they maintained the wall between the Empire and the Shadowlands. Obviously knew who the Shadowlands were. The Ratlings. Dragon! I totally forgot about the Dragon Clan. I don't even remember what the Dragon Clan did. I know the cool thing about playing L5R in college was that our group had somebody for each faction. So when we get booster boxes and do drafts, there was somebody who wanted everything, and it was really, really cool. The Dragon were in the Enlightenment. Okay, so the Dragon were the ones who were set up to do Enlightenment victories. Crab Oni deck was a beast. They were full of Shadowlands Horde in the first storyline run. Yeah, that was before my time, but I remember some people telling me about it. I actually fought a hilarious... I felt bad about beating this guy, but my very first match at the national tournament was against this like long-standing crab player named Hida Bob. And it was this old guy who had been like a crab player since the inception of the game, and he was so funny and he was so nice, and I love talking to this guy. I legit felt bad beating him. He was so friendly, but I mean, he was a total champ about it. Just super happy to be there and hang out. I want to be like him someday. Monk was a faction that pulled out rings real easily before Dragon caught wind of how to do it, right? There's a minor faction of monks with 1 or 2 strongholds. Brotherhood of Shinsei, I totally forgot about them. There was also, in Gold or Diamond Edition, I think there was also like a Fox Clan, like Kitsune faction, who got a stronghold, but it wasn't particularly functional. Didn't play very seriously. Oh, a Naga deck. I forgot about the Naga. These Star Chimeras are assholes. I hate them. Foxland was given a Mantis Clan stronghold in Fire and Shadow a while before Diamond and Gold. Okay. Okay. God, if that guy killed me, I was gonna be so pissed off. Post-in Emperor. Let's try heal more. How are we doing? 6,000 gold. You know, chat, I'm having such a good time chatting and hanging out. I think we can actually get the Mirror Shield. Yeah, Brotherhood of Shinsei. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I remember as much about L5R as I do. I mean, that was a long time ago for me. And I didn't keep any of my stuff. I don't remember what I did with my cards. I must have given them to somebody. Because I didn't keep them and I didn't sell them. Man, Stronghold is obscene. Foxland personality for 2 less gold. At the national tournament, I bought a I met somebody who made like shadow box strongholds. They'd basically take like 10 or 15 copies of like the stronghold card, and they'd cut them up and make like a 3D shadow box out of it. So they didn't have a shadow box of the stronghold I was actually using, but I got one of a different Shadowlands stronghold. It's really, really cool. Yoritomo Alliance at that point, managed by the name, wasn't a faction. It allowed Mantis' characters in there. Okay, I got you. Played Heroes of Rokugan for quite a while, which is basically the unofficial organized play for LFR. When your AEG decided to include the campaign as part of the decisions on who become the next emperor. Oh, that's really cool. Does L5R still exist, chat? I think we've talked about this before and I've already forgotten the answer. Don't miss, Mr. Thou. I really don't lose all my money. L5R died in 2015. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend to be surprised or anything. It was never. I don't remember it ever being really huge. It was always overshadowed by Magic. I mean, not like most things that aren't like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh aren't overshadowed by Magic, but yeah. IP was handed Fantasy Flight, and they may kind of mess of things. Original publisher sold the IP, some kind of non-collectible TCG and new RPG. I think Fantasy Flight still owns it, okay. So, basically, the L5R that I knew is dead. That's kind of the important point here. Very, very dead. Oof. I think there would be wisdom in me going up to this town here and depositing the money that I have. So very dead, I got set up in Tabletop Simulator for Samurai Edition. That's cool. It was a lot of fun. It's the only time I've really played something like that competitively. And I did really enjoy it, but like, you know, I was collecting One Piece cards for a while, last year? And I had the opportunity to play competitively or casually and I just didn't feel like it. So I think that phase of my life may be behind me. I think depositing your money is a bad idea. Hoard it in your sock. Bye, Beanie Baby. What's up, Grud Fodder? Good to see you. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back around someday. It was fun. Thinking back on it was really fun. Can come and go. Yeah, exactly. Like I would never get into Magic at this point. Like never in a million years. But I did really enjoy playing the Duels of the Planeswalker games on Xbox Live. Did like a few of the things they tried to do with the relaunch. They gender flipped Hotori to Hotaru, kept the romance between her and... Oh, that's cool. Getting the gay at the beginning. Seems like maybe their heart was in the right place, at least. Boy, I went the wrong ass way. Did a pre-release for the new Avatar set this past weekend. I know I've said this before, but I can't help but think about this. I really do wish I had gotten into Magic back in the 90s. Like, I first became aware of Magic during Ice Age. And I wish I had at least given it a try. Like, not necessarily playing it competitively, not investing my life savings in it or anything, but yeah. I'm really not interested in Magic now. I get what they're doing with, like, their endless crossovers with fucking everything, but it doesn't interest me. Even even stuff like the Final Fantasy crossover, like I found Magic much more interesting when they were doing their own thing. Because, like, back in the 90s, I got interested in card games, but I got interested in card games through the Decipher Star Wars CCG. And I have a shitload of that. Like, this monitor that I monitor y'all on is sitting on top of, like, a gigantic box of Star Wars CCG cards. And it's one of 2 gigantic boxes that I have. But as a result of that, I got in, I became aware of the CCG market in general, which meant I became aware of Magic. And every time I would go into the comic book store to buy new packs of Star Wars cards, I would see starter decks for Ice Age, and the expansions that came after that. And I was still paying attention, aware of it, when they started going heavier into the storyline stuff with, I think it was the Weatherlight expansion, where they started to have like a meta plot to everything they were doing. That's when I was really interested in Magic. And I mean, it was simple economics. I was spending all my money on Star Wars cards. Spending all my money on Star Wars cards meant I didn't have any money to spend on Magic. So. And now that Magic is just this insane Fortnite-style morass of pop culture, I'm just not interested. Still have big boxes, Star Wars CCG cards, lots of black bordered Darth Vader and stuff. Yeah, I've got my claim to fame. Wow, I've never let this song run this long. This is actually really nice. Yeah, I've got a complete original limited edition set. The original release set of the Star Wars CCG, I have every card. Black border and all. I didn't complete any of the expansions. I got real close with A New Hope. I think I'm missing like a dozen cards from A New Hope or something, but yeah. And then I kind of fell off more and more with each successive, because they started to get really shitty about their expansions too. Like, it used to be their booster packs were 15 cards and it was like 2 rares in each one. And then from like Hoth or Dagobah, they bumped it down to like 9 cards and 1 rare, and it was like, it just wasn't worth it anymore. And I think they bumped up the number of rares in each set too. So strength increased by 12, speed increased by 6, vitality increased by 3, max HP increased by 13, MP increased by 8. That rules. I love it. Stopped after Dagobah. I know I was still collecting during Jabba's Palace. I think I have Endor cards. I think. But I'm not 100% sure. Sadly, Magic the Gathering would have held that. Oh, absolutely. Jesus Christ, you kidding me? If I had bought, like, 1 starter deck of Ice Age back then and kept it, I could probably pay my mortgage 1 month with them. Did they do Tales of the Bounty Hunter side? No. So, Decipher was really mainly concerned with the movies. The original limited set was a bunch of basic stuff from A New Hope, and then they had a proper New Hope expansion that rounded it out. After A New Hope, they decided to split up the movies into multiple expansions to make more money out of it. So Empire Strikes Back, they split into Hoth, Dagobah, and Cloud City. And somewhere in there, I think they did a special edition set, cards based on